Hello, welcome to the channel. We're doing one of my favorite dishes, one of my favorite breakfast dishes, especially when I have a group of people who are here, maybe 10, 15 people, and you've got to feed them, you want to impress them, but you don't want to spend 2-3 hours cooking in the morning. This is the dish. It's call it egg pie, call it pie de huevo, call it quiche, call it whatever you want. But you make 3 of these, you're feeding 10, 15 people, no problem. Maybe make a couple of sides, some fried plantains, and you're good to go. In this video, we're going to cover how to make this, how to make the pie crust, how to purchase the pie crust if you don't want to do it, and how to make sure your pie crust is crispy and crunchy. So stay tuned, watch the video, stick around to the end. Likes and subs are always appreciated. Comment if you have a better recipe or you think I could do it better. Thank you for watching, and I hope you stick around to the end. This is a simple, quick pie crust recipe. 1 3/4 cups of flour. Then I have 1 egg yolk, 1 tablespoon of water, a pinch of salt, and I'm going to whisk that up really well right now. In the refrigerator, I have 1 stick of butter. It has been cubed and chilling for a while. I'm going to take that out, add it to the flour. You could do this in a mixer with a dough hook. I'm going to do it by hand. It doesn't take very long. I mixed it by hand, get it all incorporated. Try not to overwork it so the butter liquefies. You want to make sure your dough, if you need to add a little flour or a little water, do it. Mine needed a little bit of flour. It was very sticky, so I added just a touch of flour, and now it's ready to go. I'm going to cover it and refrigerate it. Make sure you use it cool, because if you roll it out while it's warm, it'll be a mess. Hope this helps. Here's an easy pie crust. Here's how you do it without making the pie crust yourself. Pillsbury makes a perfectly good pie crust. They come frozen, keep them in the freezer. I keep a couple in the freezer just for guests that are unexpected. Like I said, it's my go-to breakfast for groups. So if we have a couple of people over that we weren't prepared for, I have a couple of these, whip it out. I can make a few of these, no problem. So what I'm going to do is blind bake. I'm going to take some raw beans, some parchment paper, and I'm going to put it in the oven at 350 and bake it, just to create a barrier between the crust and the liquid that I'm going to pour it in. When you're making a pie with a lot of liquid, like eggs, you want to blind bake it to just create that barrier. So when you pour the egg yolk in, you still end up with a flaky, delicious crust on the bottom. Otherwise, you end up with kind of a soggy mess on the bottom. As you can see, I'm not looking for any color on there. I'm just looking to get a barrier. So it's done here. It's been on 350, maybe 15 minutes. And then those will be ready. Okay, it's time to make the filling for the quiche. At this point, you can pretty much put whatever you want in it. I'm going to put peppers, red peppers, diced red peppers into this. We're going to put onion. We're going to put cheese and something called salchichon. We'll get to that. Right now, I'm just going to chop these up into a pretty good little brunoise, I guess we would call it. And put that into the bowl. For this, you can put anything you want into it. Meat, cheese, vegetarian. You can't do vegan because obviously it's eggs. But it's yours to make however you want and to put whatever you want into it. For me, I'm more of a meat and cheese. This is for my whole family though, so it's going to have peppers and onions. Sometimes we put cherry tomatoes in there. All kinds of good things. You can just fill it up with whatever you want. That makes sense, obviously. You know, don't put Snickers bars in there or something stupid like that. But as long as it makes sense with eggs, you can put it in there. So I'm doing about half an onion, half a bell pepper, chili dulce, and we're going to do that fine chop. Again, same as the peppers. And then at this point, we're going to go with, we're going to bring out the meat. And this is a meat called salchichon. If you've never had it, it's delicious. Think like hot dog or bologna in a tube steak. It's real good. So I'm going to dice that up too and throw that in there because it always makes your quiche extra classy to throw a little bologna hot dog meat style in there. And it really is really good. It may not be good for you. I don't know. And I'm not going to ask anybody, but it tastes delicious. And then we're going to have some queso, some cheese. It's got no name again. Use cheddar, use whatever you want. This cheese made by a friend of mine again. And if you watched my other video, you'll see that I use this cheese in other applications. But It's really good. Use any cheese you like though. And then we're gonna break 5 eggs. That's about the limit that this pie crust can hold with this amount of filling. And just a touch of milk. I didn't put much. Now I'm whisking it up. I'm going to whisk it up real good. I added just a pinch of salt. The salchichon is pretty salty. The cheese is pretty salty. So go easy. Depending, you throw ham in there or something, be careful how salty you make it. Whisk this up really, really good so that you can get even a little bit of a froth going if you want. It'll help give it a little more volume. And then I put my ingredients in. At this point, you can make it half and half if you want to make half vegetarian, half meat and cheese, or if you're making 3 and like one of them you want to make half cheese, half meat and cheese. This is really versatile. So if you have kids who are picky eaters, you just put, some cheese in there and you make half of it with cheese. Just make sure you mark the sides because once it's cooked, it's hard to tell. Like the side that I put the peppers and onions in, I would put like a little julienne piece of pepper on the line so I know where to cut it. And then here we are heading into the oven. At this point, it's real jiggly and really filled to the top. I would highly recommend putting this on a sheet tray to cook it because you will make a mess of your oven. It will rise, and sometimes it spills over when you're moving it, and sometimes it spills over while you're cooking it too. This didn't spill over while we were cooking, but it did spill while I was moving it, so be careful. Okay, so it's been in the oven for about 30 minutes, 40 minutes at 350 degrees. And you can tell by the touch it's springy. You get a little bit of color. Make sure your crust is nice. Not too much color on the crust. It tastes really bad if you overcook the crust. And then you're good to go. Once it's got that springy feel to it, it's got a little bit of color to it. The crust looks the way you want it to look. You're good to go. You pull it out and you're ready to eat it. As you can see, it drops down a little bit as it cools. Comes out of the oven pretty puffed up, but still very delicious and completely full of meat, cheese, and veggies. Really delicious. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you haven't already, hit like and sub. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. I really appreciate it. This quiche is done and ready to go. It's been cooled. I'm going to refrigerate it so my family is ready to eat it. And then we'll reheat it and eat it. But you can eat it while it's still fresh and piping hot whenever you want. But it also stays good for a few days in the fridge. So that's what this is going to do for a few days. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much. I appreciate everyone.